This is Karis Alexander with Deep Truth Media. I wanted to do a short video on this bank crisis in Cyprus that started on March 16th. Unprecedented in terms of the history of the banking system. And I've been talking about this bank holiday on several occasions over the past, and I've known about it since 2008. So in the media, in the alternative media, there's been lots of talk about this upcoming bank holiday, and I thought it would have happened a long time ago, but here we are 5 years later. And what we're seeing in Cyprus is a pilot for what's to come around the world, the next phase. And so I'm going to do a short video, but if we start on the premise that the all, the creator, that which we come from is mind, and that the universe that we are housed in is mental, then we can surmise to say that there is a war being waged on human consciousness. Now, this is simply a sharing from my perspective. I believe that there is a war being waged on human consciousness. Now, every battle needs a battlefield, and our Earth is that battlefield. And so, regardless of the nature of the armies, the battlefield is going to leave its stamp or tone of the conflict. The battle being waged on you and me is a battle with the mind. Okay? The power control force uses astrology to manipulate and wage its war on your mind in order to keep you imprisoned in this system. The less you know, the easier it is for you to be manipulated. So what is your battle plan? That's my question. What is your battle plan? Maybe you don't even think there is a war being waged on your mind or on you. Maybe you do, but you don't really know what to do about this. And so this is why I share from this perspective, because it's an inner journey. The battle being waged on you on the external reflective is very real for a lot of people. But once I'm trying to show you that there is a way to win this battle. And the way to win this battle is it's an inside job. There's nothing we can do on the external reflective. Okay? It's an inside job. So here we are in 2013, and we are now beginning to see what many have been talking about for years. And I too have been spoken about often over the years. This is no accident. This is a staged crisis. Let's just say that Cyprus is the pilot for what's to come around the world. March 16th marked the most incredible, most inexplicable maneuver in the history of the banking system. The EU purposefully and dramatically, on a Cyprus long weekend, destroyed confidence in the banking system. That's what they did. They destroyed the confidence in the banking system deliberately. This is the beginning of what I would say is the next stage leading up to the inevitable crash of the financial banks, which is a simple subliminal for the banks to begin to crumble all over the world. What's happening in Cyprus is a loss of confidence. It's a subliminal suggesting that or eroding the confidence of people in the banking system around the world, despite that it's happening in Cyprus. This one event is happening in Cyprus. And so what we're going to see is this next stage or this next phase leading up to this Armageddon, last days, judgment day scenario, very similar to 9/11. It's a 9/11 type of scenario that we're moving into. I believe that the deeper meaning, however, has to do with water and birthing. Cyprus is in the middle of the Mediterranean Ocean. And I was a little puzzled by that. It's in Greece. There must be some significance tied in with the Olympics having started in Greece and why they chose Cyprus. But if we look at the coordinates of longitude and latitude, because numbers and numerology is really big with the power control force, it equals 9/11. If we look at the longitude and latitude coordinates, you can plop them in there for yourself. For Cyprus, it comes to a 9/11. So they use numerology, and that is not any coincidence. However, what this really is signifying to me is that the deeper meaning is with water and birthing, or the great flood. This is biblical prophecy time, so they have to make sure that they are following the script that they've developed themselves. There's a lot of people who believe in Bible prophecy and religious meanings, and they associate religious meanings or the Bible with events that happen on the world stage. Most people do, who are religious in one way or another. So all of this has to play out. And a lot of people will believe that this is all real, but it's all staged. It's more nonsense, of course, to keep the illusion alive and well. Now remember, power control force, they are the adversary. We see the adversary symbolized or characterized in movies all the time. And so they are doing their job, and they're doing it very well. So there's nothing to be angry or resentful about them. They're very good at what they do. And the universe or the creator is not going to determine whether those that are winning this battle are good or they are evil. The universe or the creator does not discriminate. The universe will reward, or the creator will reward that faction or the group that is going to do their job and do it well. And one of the things about the power control force is that they do a really good job. They are in your face every single day with all this technology, with all of their army regalia and their technology and their weapons. And they're in your face every day reminding you of who runs this world. And so it's up to us to wake up out of this madness, this crazy, insane insanity of a world that is evolving, that we are evolving into. Because you have to understand that the power control force, those that run this world, suffer severe mental illness. And if you don't think that that's not rippling into the reality of this physical world and the people within it, you probably notice that people around you are literally going mad, are literally losing it and going insane. And so as you become more balanced within, you're going to notice people around you who are going to be erratic or have erratic behavior. And so how are you going to take care of yourself and your family? How are you going to protect yourself around people, and they may be family members too, who are going to just take off or just to lose it, So, these are things that you have to be really cognizant of now as things intensify, because they are intensifying. And so you need to become more balanced. And for those that listen to this podcast are moving in that direction or already are in that direction. And so the deeper meaning around the Cyprus weekend banking scam fallout, it's simply the deeper meaning has to do with water and birthing and the Great Flood, as I mentioned. And also we have to look at money. Money has to do with the heart. I've talked about this in previous videos, and I will attach a video to this video which will explain a video on money in high, how I see that the heart and the blood is very significant and is a symbol of consciousness. And so the power control force is basically attempting to control you through the money system, or to control the consciousness that is you through the money system, through this fictitious money system. And they do an extremely good job by keeping us imprisoned within the system. And so with the banking system, depositors in the Bank of Cyprus is the biggest bank on the island. And each of the depositors, this is current news, this incident happened on the 16th, depositors will lose 30 to 40% on their holdings above 100,000 euros as a result of the bailout agreement with Cyprus and the troika of international backers, troika of international backers, signed this past Monday. New beginnings for many still clinging to this third dimensional illusion. But for those who are preparing and are preparing, we are simply having a different experience. That's the opportunity, is that we can have a different experience. We don't have to be manipulated into and fear and paralysis about what's going on around the world, that we can rest in our own knowing that all this mayhem that ensues is simply to keep the illusion of this reality intact, and that